Good morning students. What was learned in the previous class, that is electrostatic equilibrium and electrostatic induction and then gas law application. Okay. So in the today class we will discuss about that electrostatic, dielectrics and then capacitors. Okay. So dielectrics, what is the meaning that dielectrics? Dielectrics is nothing but is the just like an insulator. What is the meaning that insulator? What is the difference between conductor and insulator? Conductor will be continuously conduct the current, but insulators will be does not conduct the current. That is called as a dielectrics. So dielectrics are insulators. First dielectrics, why it will be called as dielectric? Dielectric having some atoms, but the atoms does not move to free. Atoms இருக்கும் பட் அது ஃப்ரீயாக மூவ் ஆகாது. ஃப்ரீ எலக்ட்ரான்ஸ் இருந்தால் தான் கரண்ட். ஓகே. ஸோ ஃப்ரீ எலக்ட்ரான்ஸே இல்லை அப்படிங்கிறனால இட் வில் பி கால்ட் அஸ் இன்சுலேட்டர்ஸ். So insulator it will be does not having the free electrons, so it will be bound to the atoms. As all the electrons will be bound to the atoms. Some of the electrons will be in a loose, but it will be arranged in a regular way. So dielectric, some electric field is applied to the dielectrics. The electron does not move, but the electrons will be arranged in a specific manner. That is called dielectrics. Dielectric la free electrons irukadu. Suppose நீங்க electric field apply பண்றீங்கன்னு வெச்சுக்கோங்களேன், அது ஃப்ரீயா மூவ் ஆகாது, but it will be realign the charges in the one side to another side. It will be realigned just. Then dielectric will be classified into two, that is non-polar and polar. Non-polar molecule and polar molecule. Non-polar molecule and polar molecule. Okay. What is a non-polar molecule? That is non-polar molecule and polar molecule. Non-polar molecule means center of the positive charge and center of the negative charge will be coincide with one another. Center of the positive charge and center of the negative charge will be coincide with one another. ரெண்டு ஒட்டி ஒட்டி இருக்கும். Okay. Center of the positive charge and center of the negative charge will be coincide with one another. So no permanent dipole moment is there. அங்க dipole moment இருக்காது. No permanent dipole moment is there. But polar molecules, the center of the positive charge and center of the negative charge will be just separated in a particular distance. இங்கே ரெண்டு ஒரே பாயிண்டில் இருக்கும், அங்கே ஜஸ்ட் சின்ன டிஸ்டன்ஸ் வெரி ஆகிடும். சம் electric field will be applied on a non-polar molecule. The center of the positive charge and center of the negative charge will be separated with them. ஒன்றுக்கு ஒன்று விலகி இருக்கும். Okay. But the electric field will be applied on a polar molecule. The electrons in the positive charge, electrons in the dielectric will be just move. Not just a move, it will be realigned to the one side to another side. Okay, there is a non-polar and polar. Non-polarல ரெண்டுமே ஒரே இடத்துல இருக்கும், பட் போலார்ல சம் டிஸ்டன்ஸ் விட்டு இருக்கும். எலக்ட்ரிக் ஃபீல்ட் அப்ளை பண்ணோடனே நான்-போலார்ல உள்ளது சம் டிஸ்டன்ஸ் செப்பரேட் ஆகி போகும், பட் போலார்ல it will be moving in a particular distance. So non-polar molecule it will be having a no net dipole moment. அங்க dipole momentே கிடையாது, பட் polar molecules having the permanent dipole moment. Permanent dipole moment means with applying the electric field the dipoles in the dielectric it will be moving, and then not a move, it will be realigned to the one side to another one side. It will be create some internal electric field also. So they having the net electric dipole moment, but the net dipole moment is not zero. That is not zero means positive charge and negative charge is evenly does not move and then realign. So the net dipole moment will be zero. Okay. There is one is polar and another one is non-polar. And what are the examples of non-polar? That is H2O2 and CO2 as all are the examples of polar molecules. Mica, ebonite, glass and all are the dielectrics. Okay, mica, ebonite, glass and all are the dielectrics. But the examples of non-polar molecules is H2O2 and CO2. An example of polar molecule is H2O and NCl and NH3. What is NH3? That is ammonia. Okay. So the example of polar molecule is H2O, HCl and NH3. So what is dielectrics? What are the two types of dielectrics? So dielectrics means is the insulator does not having the free electrons and it will be bound to the atoms. So if you apply the electric field on the dielectrics, the dipoles in the dielectric it will be just to move, and then not a move, it will be realigned to the one side to another side. And then two cases there, one is non-polar and another one is polar. Non-polar, the center of the positive charge and center of the negative charge will be coincide with one another, and center of the negative charge and center of the positive charge will be just separate, just giving the separation between them. And then What are the examples of non-polar? Hydrogen, oxygen and carbon dioxide. And then water, hydrochloric acid and then ammonia, all are the examples of polar molecules. And non-polar molecule does not having the permanent dipole moment. And polar molecules having a permanent dipole moment. And then net dipole moment it will be is not zero in the polar molecules. So okay, and go for the next one, that is polarization. Polarization. What's the meaning that polarization? The electric field is applied to the dielectric. The electric field, when the electric field is applied to the dielectrics, the dipoles in the dielectrics will be realigned to the one side. That is called polarization. So polarization means amount of dipole moment per unit volume. At a particular volume, the dipole moment will be arranged. So the alignment of dipole moment per unit volume is called polarization. So polarization is defined as the ratio of dipole, the ratio of amount of dipole moment per unit volume. Okay, and the dipole moment it will be directly proportional to the external electric field. What's the meaning that external electric field? If you apply the electric fields on the dipole moment it will be created on that part. It will be directly proportional to the external electric field. So it will be overcome the proportional. It will be cancel the proportional. We will put one constant that is equal to susceptibility and external electric field. Okay, so that the symbol is susceptibility. Susceptibility is nothing but it will be denote the characteristics of dielectric. ஒரு dielectric medium வைக்கிறீங்க அப்படின்னா அது எவ்வளோ திக்னஸில் இருக்குது அப்படின்னு அதை செக் பண்ணுறது susceptibility work. Okay, so the dipole moment it will be directly proportional to the external electric field. We ignore the proportional, we add one constant that is proportional. Proportional will be cancelled by adding the constant that is susceptibility. Susceptibility it will be denote the characteristics of dielectric. Clear that? So polarization is nothing but is the amount of dipole moment per unit volume, and the symbol is P vector. Okay, okay. Then that is the polarization. And next topic is induced electric field. Induced electric internal electric field. Induced internal electric field in dielectric. What's the meaning that induced internal electric field? The electric field is created inside of the dielectric. That is the heading on the induced internal electric field in dielectric. Suppose we consider as a conductor. Okay, conductor is having the free electrons. Suppose we apply the electric field on conductor, the free electrons will be moved and internal electric field will be created the inside the conductor or capacitor, anything. In the conductor, internal electric field will be created. That the internal electric field it will be balance the external electric field. It will be overcome. It will be nullifies. It will be equals that the external electric field. In the case of conductor, but in the part we will take in a dielectric. Dielectric does not having a free electrons. So does not having a free electron. Suppose we apply the electric field on the dielectrics, does not having a free electrons, that the electrons does not move but will be realigned to the two sides. For example, we take one glass slab, that is a dielectric. The glass slab it will be lying in two capacitors. The two plate. What's the meaning that capacitor? Capacitor having the two plates, one is positive and the negative plate. The positive side plate and negative side plate will be applying the electric field on the dielectric slab. Positive plate and negative plates applying the electric field on the dielectric slab. The dielectric medium, the dipoles in the inside dielectrics, it will be it will be arranged the one side. For example, in the positive charge irukku. So in that negative and plus, and that side that is negative. So positive inside. So dipoles in the dielectrics is arranged in the left side and right side of the dielectrics. Does not move and no net dipole moment is there, but we will apply the electric field on the dielectric. The dipoles in the dielectric will be arranged in one side. That is called bound charges. What is the meaning that bound charges? It will be charges will be bound to make it will be aligned in each sides. That is called bound charges. Bound charges does not move. That is not a free electrons. So does not move. The dielectrics just realign. So what's the difference between dielectric and conductors? Conductors electric field நீங்க apply பண்ணீங்கன்னா உள்ள இருக்கக்கூடிய charges வந்து மூவ் ஆகி electric field create ஆகும். அந்த electric field internal external electric field க்கு ஈக்குவல் ஆகும். பட் நம்ம இங்கே எடுத்துக்கிறது டயலக்ட்ரிக். டயலக்ட்ரிக்கில் ஃப்ரீ எலக்ட்ரான்ஸே கிடையாது. So free electrons கிடையாது, automatically you apply the electric field on dielectric, just not move in a dipole, just not create the induced electric field, but little amount of induced electric field will be created. உள்ள internal electric field create ஆகும், but it will be very much less than the external electric field. So internal electric field is very much less than the external electric field. Okay. So it will be created, but little amount of internal electric field will be created comparable to capacitors or conductors. Okay, that is the induced internal electric field in dielectrics. So we pass on electric field on one dielectrics. We consider the dielectric slab is in between the capacitors. The electric field will be applied on a dielectric medium. The electrons will be electrons or any one thing, it will be bound to the one side and to another side. The charges will be bound. That charges is called bound charges. The bound charges does not move to the other one side, but it will be definitely to create the internal electric field. But the internal electric field just is very much lower than the external electric field. That's all. And then I will give one example for that this topic. That is, take one ball, not a ball, balloon, and one balloon will be charged by anyone by rubbing. Okay, the charged balloon, it will be fixed onto the wall because polarization is created by the charged balloon to the wall. ஒரு நீங்கள் நல்லா ஹேண்டில் பலூனை ரப் பண்ணிவிட்டு நீங்கள் வாலில் வந்து ஒட்டினீங்கன்னா ஒட்டிக்கிடும். ஏன் அப்படின்னா அந்த பலூனில் இருக்கக்கூடிய சார்ஜ் பார்ட்டிகல்ஸ் போலரைஸ் பண்ணும், வாலில் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஆட்டம்ஸை போலரைஸ் பண்ணும். ஓகே, ஸோ இட் வில் பி சார்ஜ் பலூன் இட் வில் ஸ்டிக் ஆன் த வால் இஸ் த எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஆஃப் electric field is created in dielectric. Okay, okay. Then next is dielectric strength. What's the meaning that dielectric strength? Dielectric strength is nothing but the electric field is applied to the dielectrics at the which time the dielectric to be break down. What's the meaning that does not having free electron, one dielectric does not having free electron, only having the bound charges. So continuously we apply the electric field, the bound charge to be break down, it will be move, it will be start to move. That the time the current it will be conducted on the dielectrics. So that's not a dielectric, it's a conductor. ஒரு டயலக்ட்ரிக் இருக்குன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன், அதில் ஃபுல்லாக பவுண்ட் சார்ஜஸ் இருக்கும். நீ எலக்ட்ரிக் ஃபீல்டு அப்ளை பண்ணுறேன்னு வச்சுக்கோ, பவுண்ட் சார்ஜஸ் உடஞ்சி பிரேக் டவுன் ஆகி ஃப்ரீயாக மூவ் ஆக ஆரம்பிக்கும். ஃப்ரீயாக மூவ் ஆகுது அப்படின்னாலே ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கலி தி கண்டக்ட் கரண்ட்டை கண்டக்ட் பண்ணும். அப்போ அது டயலக்ட்ரிக் கிடையாது, கண்டக்டர். ஸோ வித்தின் த லிமிட் த எலக்ட்ரிக் ஃபீல்டு வில் பி அப்ளை த dielectric to be break down, that the limit is called dielectric strength. Dielectric strength is nothing but maximum electric field the dielectric can be withstand before its breakdown. பிரேக் டவுன் ஆகிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி வரைக்கும் எப்போ டயலக்ட்ரிக்காகவே இருக்குமோ, எவ்வளோ எலக்ட்ரிக் ஃபீல்ட் நீ அப்ளை பண்ணுற வரைக்கும் அது தாங்கிக்குமோ, அதுதான் டயலக்ட்ரிக் ஸ்ட்ரென்த். ஸோ டயலக்ட்ரிக் ஸ்ட்ரென்த் இஸ் நத்திங் பட் த ஸ்ட்ரென்த் ஆஃப் டயலக்ட்ரிக்ஸ் withstand the phenomenon as such and does not move to the free electrons. Okay, that is the dielectric strength. So dielectric strength of air is 3 × 10⁶ volts per meter. After increasing this ratio of the, இதை விட நீங்கள் அதிகமாக நீங்கள் எலக்ட்ரிக் ஃபீல்ட் அப்ளை பண்ணுறீங்க அப்படின்னா ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கலி த ஏர் இட் பி பிரேக் டவுன் டு ப்ரொடியூஸ் ஸ்பார்க். ஓகே, ஸோ த ஏர் dielectric strength is 3 × 10⁶ volt per meter. If you apply the electric fields beyond this limit, the gas dipoles in the gases will be break down to create a spark. So okay, this is an example of dielectric strength. And you know, book having one table, you have to read that table to note down your note what are the dielectric strength of other objects or any dielectric medium. Okay, that is the dielectric strength. And dielectric strength is over and go for capacitors. What is capacitors? Capacitor is nothing but that is a two parallel plate. Capacitors are having the two parallel plates. The in between the gap the electric field is applied. The capacitor will be used to store the electric energy. Okay, so the capacitor will be used to store the electric energy. So take one capacitors. We apply the electric field in between the capacitors. Okay, we apply the electric field in the inside the capacitor, and then battery one connected between the two plates. That is the plate 1, that is the plate 2. Battery one connected to the two terminals of the battery. So one it will be connected to the positive side, and another one is connected to the negative side. The positive terminal connected battery will be giving to increase the passive charges in the one plate, one side. And negative terminal of the battery will be giving the charges in the negative sides of the plate. எந்த சைடில் நீங்கள் பாசிட்டிவ் கனெக்ட் பண்ணிக்கிங்களோ அது பாசிட்டிவ் பிளேட் ஆக்ட் ஆகும், எந்த சைடில் நெகட்டிவ் டேர்மில் கனெக்ட் பண்ணிக்கிங்களோ அந்த சைடில் என்ன செய்யும், நெகட்டிவ் சார்ஜாக ஆக்ட் ஆகும். ஸோ த இன்க்ரீசிங் த பேட்டரி வோல்டேஜ், இன்க்ரீசிங் த கெப்பாசிட்டி வோல்டேஜ். ஸோ at a particular limit the capacitor voltage it will be equal to the battery voltage. Clear that? And then the charges in the energy stored in the capacitors automatically it will be directly proportional to the potential difference. What's the meaning that potential difference? Potential difference is nothing but the potential in the first point, the difference between the potential in the first point to second point. Battery having the two terminals and the difference between the two terminals is called voltage or potential difference. So the capacitor voltage at the time it will be directly proportional to the applied battery voltage. நீங்கள் பேட்டரியில் வோல்டேஜ் இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ண ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கலி என்ன செய்யும், கெப்பாசிட்டியில் எவ்வளோ தூரம் நமக்கு ஸ்டோர் ஆகுமோ அந்த எனர்ஜியாக மாறும். ஸோ எனர்ஜி ஸ்டோர் இன் கெப்பாசிட்டி will be directly proportional to volt. Volt is potential difference. Okay. So Q it will be directly proportional to V. By removing the proportional we are adding one constant, that is C into V. C is nothing but it's a proportionality constant. It will be called as capacitance. Capacitance of parallel plate capacitor. So C is equal to Q by V. Okay. So capacitance of a capacitor it will be defined as ratio of one of the charge of one plate, ஒரு plate உடைய charge, the charge of either side of one plate to potential difference. So capacitance is defined as ratio of charge it will be given by the one side of the plate or either side of the plate to potential difference. That is the formula for capacitance. So capacitance C is equal to Q by V. And then unit of capacitance is unit of charge is coulomb. Okay, unit of voltage is volt. So coulomb per volt is the unit of capacitance. Another one unit is farad. Farad is a scientist name. The name it will be giving to the capacitance to the honor of Michael Faraday scientist. Michael Faraday scientist capacitance explain பண்ணார். ஸோ அவருடைய நேமே அதுக்கு யூனிட் வச்சுட்டாங்க. ஓகே, ஸோ the unit of capacitance is equal to coulomb per volt and another one is farad. Just what is capacitor? Capacitor is stored energy, and what is the phenomenon will be lying in the two capacitors. The energy stored in the capacitor will be directly proportional to the voltage is applied by the battery, and then proportional will be cancelled by applying one constant, that is Q is equal to C into V and C is equal to Q by V. So capacitance is defined as a ratio of one of the charge either side of the plate by R2 the voltage potential difference between the plates. Okay, so Q by V. The unit of capacitance is coulomb per volt and unit of another one unit of capacitance is farad. Farad will be given by the scientist name to honor the Michael Faraday scientist. Okay, that is and then another one, the capacitor is always in the ratio of microfarad to picofarad. What is microfarad? 10 power minus 6 to 10 power minus 12. So all the capacitor, the thickness of the capacitor in the range of 10 power minus 2 to minus 6 to minus 12. So the capacitor all the times will be in the range is 10 power minus 6 to 10 power minus 12. And the capacitor symbol is one is this and another one is this. Okay, so the capacitor it will be mentioned in the two ways, that is a capacitor symbol, that is a capacitor symbol, and then the range is 10 power minus 6 to 10 power minus 12 and formula is C Q by V and unit is farad. Okay, then capacitor to be made in the electronic appliances way, capacitor in the form of disc and cylinder, two shape la irukum, one is cylinder and disc. Cylinder ஆகும் இல்லை டிஸ்காக இருக்கும். ஓகே, ஸோ 3 டைப்ஸ் இருக்குது, டேண்டலம், எலக்ட்ரோலைட்டிக். ஓகே, டேண்டலம் and electrolytic. So many types of capacitors in the electronic devices. Electronic deviceல வேறு ஷேப்பில் வேறு சைஸில் நிறைய capacitors இருக்குது. Okay, so that are all the capacitors. Next we will find out the capacitance of parallel plate capacitor. So to enter this topic I just explained the condenser. What's the meaning of condenser? Condenser is one part of the fan. Suppose we on the fan sometimes the fan does not rotating. Just you apply the torque on the plates, just the fan will be start to rotate. Why is it so? The condenser in the fan will be giving the torque to the plates, but condenser will be faulty, the plates does not rotate. In simply form, fan குள்ள ஒரு கண்டென்சர் இருக்கும். ஓகே, அந்த கண்டென்சர் ஃபால்ட் ஆகிருக்குது அப்படின்னா கண்டென்சர் தான் நம்ம பிளேட்டுக்கு டார்க் அப்ளை பண்ணும், ஃபோர்ஸ் அப்ளை பண்ணும், அதனால தான் பிளேட் ரொட்டேட் ஆகும். சப்போஸ் அந்த கண்டென்சர் ஃபால்ட்டாக இருக்குன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன், நம்ம கையை விட்டு ரொட்டேட் பண்ணோடனே our hand will be applying the torque on the plates start to move. So the condenser is a capacitor. So it will be store some energy, the energy will be used to stimulate the plates on the capacitor. Okay, that is all the example of condenser. And next go for the capacitance of parallel plate capacitor. Capacitance of a parallel plate of the parallel plate capacitor. Capacitance of parallel plate capacitor means you take one capacitor, the capacitor having the two plates. So one side is the positive charges, the charge density is plus sigma, and another one side the plate is negative charges, the charge density is minus sigma. So electric field is applied on the two sides of the, so in between the two plates. Okay, so capacitor always having the two plates, one side is a positive charges and another one side negative charges. This side charge density is plus sigma, this side charge density is minus sigma. The electric field will be always moving to the one plate to another plate. So how will you calculate the capacitance of parallel plate capacitor? First we should know about what is the electric field. E is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. What is sigma? What is epsilon naught? Electric field E is in between the two capacitors. E is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. What is sigma? What is epsilon naught? Sigma is surface charge density. Epsilon naught is the permittivity of a medium. What is the meaning that permittivity in a free phase? Two plates is there, in between the gap some air. So air medium, it will be travel the electric field from one medium to another medium, one plate to another plate. So the permittivity is there. So permittivity in free phase and sigma is surface charge density. What is the meaning that surface charge density? Surface charge density na enna ma? A particular area la evlo charge irukku, adha surface charge density. So charge by unit area. So surface charge density sigma is equal to Q by A. Substitute this value in this part. E is equal to sigma by Q by A by epsilon naught. So Q by A epsilon naught, that is E value. So E is equal to Q by A into epsilon naught, and then we will calculate V. V is equal to E into D. Okay, substitute the E value, Q by A epsilon naught into D, that is V. Okay, so the V is equal to Q by A epsilon naught into D. Substitute the E value in that part. V is the voltage difference. V is equal to E into D. E is the electric field, D is the distance between the two plates, and substitute the E value in this part. V is equal to Q by A epsilon. Now heading in a capacitance of parallel plate capacitor. So what's the formula? C is equal to Q by V. Substitute the V value in this part. Q D by A epsilon naught. Okay, then Q cancel, then Q cancel, then A epsilon naught A by D, that is C. So capacitance C is equal to epsilon naught A by D. So capacitance of capacitor will be equal to ratio of product of area into permittivity or permittivity in medium to the distance between the two plates. So capacitance C is equal to epsilon naught A by D. எப்படி calculate பண்ணிருக்கோம்? நமக்கு capacitance தான் வேணும். Capacitanceங்கிறது என்ன formula? Q by V. So we want V, first we will calculate E, because V, potential difference V is equal to E into D. So you must know about first electric field. So electric field, that is a sigma by epsilon naught. So you should first know that sigma. So after we will calculate the capacitance of parallel plate capacitor. In this formula, C is equal to epsilon naught A. So we consider the two equations, that is one and another one is C. This sigma is equal to epsilon naught A by D and V is equal to E into D. So note down the two formulas. First, C is equal to epsilon naught A by D. What is the relation between the left and right hand side? Capacitance of parallel plate subcapacitor, it will be increase with increasing of area. Area increase ஆக என்ன செய்யும்? Capacitance will be increases. Clear that? A it will be increases, area increases, the capacitance will be increases. But D increases, distance between the plates will be increases, capacitance will be decreases. Clear that? And then come this point, V is equal to E into D. The distance between the two, it will be increases, but potential to be distance between the plates, it will be increases. The distance increase பண்ணீங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன், automatically என்ன செய்யும்? Potential difference also increases. So V is equal to E into D, distance increases and velocity, potential difference increases. Continuously you have to increasing the distance, automatically the potential difference will be increases. At the particular time, the potential difference increases, it will be equal to the battery voltage. ஒரு particular லிமிட்டுக்கு மேலே அதோடைய voltage it will be equals to the battery voltage. And then continuously we applying the electric field on this part, the voltage will be increasing the battery voltage. Okay, so this the two terms, area increases, capacitance will be increases, distance increases, capacitance will be decreases, and D increases, voltage it will be increases, and then continuously the distance will be increases by applying electric field. The battery voltage, the voltage will be created, it will be equals to the battery voltage, and then beyond the limit it will be increasing the to be created potential difference, it will be greater than that of the battery voltage. Okay, that is a parallel capacitance of parallel plate capacitor. First find out the electric field and putting the value of sigma, and find the E is equal to Q by A epsilon naught, and formula for V is the potential difference is equal to E into D, and substitute the E value in this part, and C is equal to Q by V, and substitute the V value in this part, and easily calculate is C is equal to epsilon naught A by D. Okay, and then one interesting phenomenon is there, increasing the distance will be less than the plates, D it will be very much less than that of the area of the plates. Distance square is very much less than that of the area. What's the meaning? That taking the two plates in the two sides of the capacitor, that the plate thickness, that the area is very much less than that of the distance between the two plates. ரெண்டு பிளேட்டுக்கு இடையில உள்ள டிஸ்டன்ஸை விட அந்த ரெண்டு பிளேட்டோட திக்னஸ், அதோட ஏரியா வந்து ரொம்ப கம்மியாக இருக்குது அப்படின்னா, the electric field is created between the two plates, electric field is created between the two plates in the two sides. In the center portion the electric field will be move on to the normal way, but in the two sides the electric field will be bent outwards. சென்டரில் எலக்ட்ரிக் ஃபீல்ட் தானாக நார்மலாக போயிட்டே இருக்கும், பட் இந்த டூ சைட்ஸ் the electric field will bend towards to the outside, outside நோக்கி போகும். That is that the field is called fringing field or bringing field. Bringing field is done at the condition of D square is less than A. So area is very much less than the distance between the plate, automatically the fringing field is to be created. Fringing field is nothing but the electric field is bent is the end side of the capacitors. So that is a bringing field. Okay, and then go for the next one. Capacitance of parallel plate capacitor, and next energy stored in a capacitor. What is the energy stored in capacitor? How to store the capacitors, how to store the energy in the capacitors. Okay, capacitors are always having the stored electric energy. So how to store the energy stored in the capacitor? Energy stored in a capacitor. First find out the energy value of the capacitor. How to find out the energy value? Suppose you are taking the capacitor, some work is done to store the energy. So there the work done, first find out. Work done dW is equal to V into dQ. What's the meaning? That work done dW is equal to the potential difference into dQ, not a d theta, that is dQ. So change in charge, and V it will be equal to work done. So substitute the V value according to Q, propose C is equal to Q by V. Okay, but V is equal to Q by C. So formula capacitance is equal to Q by V. We want V, so V is equal to Q by C. Substitute the V value in this part. dW is equal to Q by C into dQ. Okay, so we want first work done. So in both sides, integral of dw is equal to integral of q by c into dq. So limit is 0 to q. Okay. இங்கே dw w ஆகணும். அப்படின்னா என்ன பண்ணணும்? Integration on both sides. So dw, integral of dw is equal to integral of q by c into dq. And the limit, lower limit is 0 and upper limit is q. And integral of dw is equal to w is equal to 0 to q, taking c at the outside and q into dq. Okay. So how to integrate this? Work done is equal to 1 by c is there. Integral of q into dq is q square by 2. Okay. Integral of x into dx is x square by 2. That's the same way. Integral of q into dq is equal to 1 by c into q square by 2c, and lower c, and lower limit is 0 and upper limit is q. Okay. Then q square by 2, not c, q square by 2. Then q square by 2c. Applying the upper limit, the q, the lower limit is 0, so q square by 2. That is the work done. So always the work done is stored as electrostatic potential energy. So the energy U is equal to q square by 2c. Substitute the q value in this part. What is the q? In this formula, we get the q value. Q is equal to c into v. The cross multiplication c into v. So substitute that is q value in this part. V is equal to, that is q square. So c square v square by 2c. Okay. So c cancel. That is cv square by 2. Energy U is equal to, energy U is equal to cv square by 2. That is half into cv square. Then that is the energy stored in a capacitor. Okay. So the energy of cv square, substitute the c value and substitute the v value. C is capacitance of parallel plate capacitor, v is equal to E into D. Substitute all the values. So U is equal to half into, what's the c value? That is epsilon naught A by D. Already you derived in the previous section, that is epsilon and A by D. And then V is equal to E into D. And C is equal to epsilon naught A by D. And V is equal to E into D. Substitute V value, that is E square and D square. Clear? Then D in the D cancel. Then balance half epsilon naught A D into E square. Okay, D cancel, and then another one D is there, A into D into E square. This epsilon, this E. Okay, E it will be simply written as E square. So half into epsilon AD into E square. That is the electrostatic potential energy. It will be stored in the capacitor. இவ்வளோ எனர்ஜி ஸ்டோர் ஆகும்னு சொல்கிறோம். எங்கே ஸ்டோர் ஆகும்? That will be called as. So how will you derive the potential energy? It will be stored in the capacitor. Capacitor always store the electric energy. But what amount of electric energy will be stored? That will be, this derivation will be used. Then we first put down the work done. First we will calculate the work done. dW is equal to V into dQ. dW is equal to Q. Instead of V, you have to note down Q by C. So Q by C into dQ, and integrating on both sides. Integral of dW is equal to integral of Q by C into dQ, and limit will be mentioned. And integral of dW is equal to W. W is equal to integral of Q into dQ is equal to Q square by 2, and we calculate work done is equal to Q square by 2C, and substitute the Q value. Q value is CV, so Q square is there, so C square V square by 2C, and the numerator and denominator C cancel, and V is equal to CV square by 2, and U is equal to half into CV square. Substitute the C value and substitute the V value. What is C? Epsilon A by D, and V is ED. Substitute the whole values, we get the energy half into epsilon naught AD by AD in E square. That is the energy. Energy is stored in a capacitor, but that energy, when it is that energy, it will be stored in the capacitor. So we will find out the volume. So energy density per unit volume, that is energy density. Energy density per, so energy density is nothing but energy stored in a capacitor. Energy stored in a capacitor energy stored in a capacitor by unit volume. Okay, so half into epsilon naught A d E square, the unit volume also area into depth, so AD. So AD cancel, that is answer as energy density E is equal to half into epsilon into E square. That is the energy density. It will be stored in a unit volume. That amount of energy will be stored in unit volume. Or unit volume ki ivlo energy store. So first we find out the energy. Next, which the volume the energy will be stored. That is also we had calculate. Okay, we had derived. Then that the amount of energy will be stored in this capacitor. Then this part energy it will be increases on the basis of electric field. Electric field to be increases, energy will be increases. So energy will be always depend upon the electric field, not the area. Okay, so the electric field is only depend upon the electric field, does not depend upon the area. So then I will explain the application of capacitors. Next I explain the application of capacitors. Capacitors always will be used to store the electric energy. Okay, capacitors always used to store the electric energy. What are the way the capacitor will be used? First one is digital camera. In the digital camera, the flash device is there. According to the flash device, you taking any photograph with a flashlight. The flashlight, the energy will be get from the capacitors inside of the digital camera. Digital camera kulla or capacitor irukum, adula energy store aayirkum, and the energy na neenga photo edukumbodhu flash ah vandu adikum. So without the capacitor, flash does not, it will be used to take the photographs. Okay, and second one is during the cardiac arrest, suddenly one person is having a heart attack, that the doctor will be suggest to heart defibrillator. Defibrillator means ஃபிலிம்ஸ்லாம் பார்த்துருப்பீங்களாப்பா, ரெண்டு ஸ்டிக் இருக்கும், அதில் வந்து ஒரு ஜெல் மாதிரி போட்டு ஒரு ரப் பண்ணிட்டு ஹார்ட்டில் வைப்பாங்க. சப்போஸ் சடனாக ஹார்ட் வந்து அதோடைய ஒர்க்கை ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிடுச்சோம்னா டிஃபிபிரிலேட்டர் நீங்கள் வச்ச உடனே the heart to be working to be function will be start to working. Okay, so the heart defibrillator having one capacitor, that the capacitor will be giving the energy to the two plates of a defibrillator, and the defibrillator will be giving the energy to your body, that the energy will be stimulated to a heart function. Okay, so that is the heart defibrillator. It will be, the capacitor will be used in a heart defibrillator. And then another one is automobile sparking. Automobile sparking means the capacitor is always used in the ignition system of automobile engines. Sometimes the leakage is there in the automobiles, it will be immediately giving the spark, that is the ignition system. That the ignition system, the sparking will be given by the capacitor. The capacitor inside in the ignition system, it will be immediately be giving the sparking by using their energy. So that the way the capacitor will be used. So one is, first part is digital camera, and second one is heart defibrillator, and third one is ignition system in automobiles, and fourth one is it will be used to remove the power fluctuation in power supplies. Sometimes power supplies some fluctuations irukum, high ah irukum, low ah irukum. On the time if we use the stabilizer, that the stabilizers having the capacitors, and then the capacitor will be stored the energy, and the meantime it will be giving the give the correct amount of current to the any one electronic appliances. So the same way it will be, the capacitor will be used. And sometimes we advise that in the back side of the TV it will be giving some electric energy before after having the switch. TV க்கு பின்னால நீங்க sometimes TV ஆஃப் பண்ண பிறகும் some amount of energy வந்து லீக் ஆகும். அதனால என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, ஆஃப் பண்ண உடனே டிவிக்கு பின்னாடி போகாதீங்க, தென் எந்த எலக்ட்ரானிக் அப்ளைன்சஸ்க்கு பின்னாலையும் போகாதீங்கன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. பிகாஸ் some the back side, all the electronic devices, the back side the capacitor is there, the capacitor is having some energy, and without on the electronic appliances, the capacitor will be working to giving the energy to work that electronic appliances. So the capacitor always having some energy without the current connection இல்லனாலும் capacitor little amount of current இருக்கும். ஸோ அது வந்து ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆகும். ஸோ நீங்கள் ஆஃப் பண்ணிவிட்டு நீங்கள் பேக் சைடில் போனீங்க அப்படின்னா சம்டைம்ஸ் ஆஃப் எனர்ஜி வந்து உங்கள் மேலே பாஸ் ஆகலாம். ஸோ ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கலி தி ப்ராப்ளம் இஸ் தேர், இட் வில் பி டன் by the capacitors. So that all are the applications of capacitor. One is hard defibrillator and second one is the ignition system of automobiles and digital camera, and then it will be used to remove the power fluctuation in power supplies, and also it will be used to increase the efficiency of power appliances. ஒவ்வொரு பவர் அப்ளைன்சன்ஸையும் அதோட எனர்ஜி இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஓகே, ஸோ ஓகே தென் what was learned in this previous what was learned in this class ma, in this session ma? What are the dielectrics? And dielectrics means polar and non-polar, the types of dielectrics, and then polarization, induced internal electric field in the dielectric, and then dielectric strength, then capacitors, capacitance of parallel plate capacitor, and then energy stored in a capacitor. What are the applications of capacitor? So okay, what is the home assignment ma? Home assignment, learn and write the capacitance of parallel plate capacitor. Capacitance of parallel plate capacitor. What is the homework? Learn and write the capacitance of parallel plate capacitor.